Welcome to Tuesday's Tools on Purpose at the Business on Purpose podcast. Tuesdays are all about equipping you guys with the tools that you need to run your business with intention and purpose. Our mission here at Business on Purpose is to liberate business owners from chaos so you can make time for what matters most. My name's Patrice Miles. I'm one of the coaches on the team, and every Tuesday we dive into the world of tools because in a world where your time is your most precious asset, finding the right tools to streamline your operations and elevate your business can really make all the difference. So, in each episode, I always bring you interviews with experts. I share success stories. I try to provide step-by-step guides to empower you on your business journey. But remember, guys, it's not just about having the right tools. You actually have to use them. So, I'm super excited because today's topic is debriefs. And I have Jessica Vanbrunt with Vanbrunt & Company out of Texas. Jessica, welcome to the podcast.
Yes. Hi, everyone. My name is Jessica, as Patrice said. I'm one of the owners at Vanbrunt & Company. We're a commercial general contractor. We primarily build restaurants from the ground up and have for over 21 years. My business partner is my husband, and we just have a great time doing these things. And one of the things that's been so great is our people and our culture. And that's really what I think the success of being in business for 21 years, how we've made it work, how we've pivoted through all the different economic things. So our culture is everything to us. We do everything from ground ups, land clearing, tenant finish out. So anything in the commercial construction space, that's really what we do. But our people are our priority. Their safety is our priority. And we believe our culture is what keeps us safe every day.
I love it. And I'll have to say amen. So tell me, Jessica, what is a debrief?
Yes. So this is something we implemented last year. And what it is it's essentially just a Google form. So you can do this in Microsoft as well. If you have that, it's a couple of quick questions. And every day at the end of the day, every single employee, even if they're 1099, a part-time person for us, they fill this out. And we have a space on their calendar. And this takes them, 1 minute to 5 minutes, depending on their day and how much they want to communicate with us. But it is really just 3 to 4 questions. It's the same exact questions. I do not ever change the form. And it's a place every single day where they can just kind of unload their day and prepare for tomorrow. And so, yeah, it's just a Google form. It's super easy. And there's some cool reasons I want to share with you guys why we implemented this. So, Patrice, when you're ready, I'm ready.
Yeah, go ahead, because I definitely want to know, how do you use this in your business?
Okay, so I want to say why we started this. So one of the things as an owner that I felt like is my team needed more of me. I felt like at the end of the day, it would be 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, they would be leaving. And I felt like I have had interruptions all day long and I'm struggling to finish my work and also leave at that same amount of time. So I kept thinking, like, what can I do to give them access to me that is productive for them? They need to ask these questions. And I want my open door policy to be honored. I want them to not have these stop gaps during the day where they feel like they can't move forward. But how do I do that in a way that honors the same time blocks and scheduling that I have? So we tried it. We implemented these check-ins. So it's a Google form. It's just a few questions. So we have basically it auto-populates the date and who it is. So they don't even have to do that for us. And then the first question we ask them is the big win for the day. I want to know what accomplishments they were excited about. It can be something personal, it could be something business. It's completely up to them. It's theirs to share. And then I also ask what priorities from today were accomplished. This lets me know what they were able to get done based on yesterday's debrief form or maybe yesterday's conversations. And then the next question we have is, what problems, roadblocks, struggles are you facing for tomorrow? So this lets me know where they need me and where I can jump in and be proactive instead of reactive, which was those what I call interruptions, but really, it was stop gaps for them as well. And then the last question we ask is top priorities for tomorrow. And so the reason we added the top priorities for tomorrow is it kind of let me see, I don't know if it's a leader, if you've ever experienced, or you get all the way through the day and everyone has been running real fast, but we're all going in different directions than I anticipated or I had thought in my head. This lets me see if they misunderstood a direction that I provided them, if they're taking a step differently than we originally talked about, because they don't have enough of my time. And it allows me, again, to just be super proactive. It can be frustrating when we're running really hard, but in wrong directions. So this lets me see. It also really serves as a purpose to leave work at work. And so by sharing their big wins, it gives me a way to celebrate with them the following day. They have a roadblock. It lets me know I need to prioritize my morning. They need the first of me. Maybe I need to review this, or maybe it's time for us to write an SOP or a BP. There's something that is clogging the funnel here that's not allowing them to move forward. And it also allows them, if they're frustrated, just to leave it at work. And we really empower that with them. This is what it's for. It's called, it's called a debrief form, but their time block at the end of the day is to dump and prepare for tomorrow. And basically that is just like, when you go home, I want you to be, a mom, a wife, a sister, a daughter, a husband, whatever you are. I don't want you to be our employee. I want you to leave it here. You've documented it and you can go home. So that's really how we implement it. They do it every day. I get it. And I have a block first thing in the morning, all the leaders that they report to. So like our project manager gets them. I get the accountings right now as well. So we get those automatically in our inbox. And they go into our top priorities folder. So they just go in there. And every morning, that's my first thing I do at 6:45 in the morning, because they all start at 7. I open those and I scan through them. It takes me anywhere from 30 seconds to a minute and a half. And then if there's something that really hit on that roadblock or a frustration, a struggle, I know to give them that time that I need in my next top priority block. And I can email them directly from their form and say, hey, I see this. Let's spend some time together. Can you prepare X, Y, and Z so I can understand more about what's going on? And that's really it. It's super simple. And one of the other problems that has solved for me is really allowing me to walk in the morning and know what I'm up against, right? Like if somebody left frustrated yesterday, I'm not shocked when they come in with frustrations. I'm able to meet them where they're at and say, hey, I saw this. Thank you for sharing. Let's sit down together. And also big wins. Like we don't really have always a place to talk about big wins. We should be celebrating every day, right? So it serves a lot of different purposes for us. Like I said, just a couple of quick questions, and I'm never without them. They always fill these out.
Yeah. So I love, what you said about the fact that this debrief form being at the end of the day allows them to just kind of dump everything and they can leave it there and go home and not be thinking about, oh, well, I need to tell Jess this, or I need to tell, my project manager this. I also love hearing you say that these forms are automated and that they're going to the proper leadership channels. So you're not getting everything, the proper channels are getting those. And the other thing I want to point out is your team is not all in person. You've got a lot of virtual people. And so this debrief form is allowing you to stay in communication with not just the in-person, but those virtual people. Is there any best practices or anything else that you'd like to tell our business owners that are listening?
Yes. So one of the things I would say is do them with your leadership. So if you're an owner, do them with your leadership. We're in construction. It is stressful. So don't think for 1 second that your leaders aren't also going through this. They are, everyone's plugging into them. So as an owner, be the person that receives your leaders' daily debriefs. It's really good to see what their frustrations are. If they're having a problem with, let's just say, a superintendent, that same superintendent over and over and over again, and the same struggles, we can jump in a very proactive way and work on leadership training, problem resolutions. And so that allows me as an owner to know what's going on with them and also recharge them and refuel them. I think, the virtual piece is really huge. So one thing I'll say is if you're going to start it, you need to follow through with it. There have been days I've been out and I still go back to 2 days before and say, hey, I know I was out yesterday. I just wanted to say, I read this. This is great. One mistake that I made, just to share with you, is one of the personality types in our team, they want to know that they are seen, right? Well, that's everyone. They want to know they're seen, value, and heard. That's like the whole premise of the culture that we do. I saw things on the debriefs. I didn't see any roadblocks. I didn't see any frustrations. I didn't see anywhere as a leader where they needed me. I was like, oh, wow, they're rocking and rolling. Things are going great. And 2 weeks into this, I got, you never read my debrief forms. You're not taking any time through this. And that was really a perspective change for me. So now what I do is, hey, congratulations, no roadblocks today. Or, hey, I see you. Wow, what a great day. Or if there's nothing else to say, because everyone's doing what they're supposed to be doing, go to that big win and say, thanks for sharing that with me. That's so cool. Oh my
Mm.
goodness, you're so right. What an awesome day yesterday was. And sometimes the big win is literally, it's been raining for 2 weeks and we had sunshine yesterday. So, like, it doesn't have to be anything crazy, but just make a moment to see them. And if you, like, for us, one of the things I do is if we have a day where we have no roadblocks, I go into our group chat and go, at all, no roadblocks today on debrief forums. Awesome, guys. Like, way to go, way to
Mm.
collaborate together. And I just make it a big celebration and a well-known thing that these are important to us. We value them. They're important to us, and we value them as people too.
Yeah, I love that. So best practices is to make sure to let them know you are reading those debriefs somehow. And I can
Yes.
totally understand that. If I'm taking time every single day to fill it out, but I don't know if anybody's actually reading them, I can get that. So this is fantastic. So Jessica, thank you so much for telling us all about debriefs. I think you had a little screen capture of what yours looks like.
Yes.
If you want to share that real quick, for those of you on YouTube where you're actually able to see us and not just listening, you can see her little kind of screen capture of some of those questions as far as those debrief forms. And I know I said that today's topic was debriefs, but really it's daily debriefs for
Yes.
your team, especially when you've got those in person and then you've also got those virtual people. But you can see just very quickly what a quick debrief form looks like if you work for Vanbrunt and Company. But Jessica, thank you so much for joining us today.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate this. I hope this, guys, is helpful for you. It helps your culture and brings all your people together and gives you another tangible way to see things before they become problems so you can be solution
Mm.
driven.
That's awesome. Well, guys, that is a wrap for today's Tuesday's Tools on Purpose. Enjoy your new tool, Daily Debriefs. But remember, every small action can lead to big results. So, what action are you going to take today in regards to implementing debriefs in your business? Write it down and then go and implement. Now, for those of you that are tired of living in chaos and you're ready to start prioritizing working on your business instead of in it, I would love to schedule a discovery call with you so I can learn more about your business and help you determine what your path looks like towards freedom. So Kevin's going to put a QR code on the screen. You can scan that, or you can just simply email me at patrice@mybusinessonpurpose.com. We also have a healthy business owner assessment. If you are brave enough to take it, again, Kevin's going to put that link and QR code up for you if you want to take that test. I will tell you guys, a 0 is not good and a 40 is excellent. So if you're brave enough and want to know how healthy your business is, make sure to scan that and take that test. Otherwise, guys, I will see you next Tuesday. Thanks so much.